TV! What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rody. I'm here with a continuation of my Naruto favorite character series, and this is the Bakugan master himself, Neji Hyuga. Alright guys, so we're going to continue this on, and Neji has actually slowly became one of my favorite characters of the Naruto series. Throughout the original Naruto series and on through Shippuden, I've actually seen Neji grow and him just become more and more of a strong, stable character. And I've always thought of him as someone who was special, kind of almost on the level with Sasuke early on, because he was classified as a genius. He was kind of an outcast, had his own opinion and ways and views on how his clan interacted inside of the village. And that's kind of ties into how Sasuke felt. So I thought that he had a great dynamic as a character. And even on with his early battles with Naruto, him just breaking down his feelings as being wrong, and that him being a part of the specific family group within the Hyuga clan cast him out to be the protectors of the first generation born. And that was really one of my favorite attributes of Neji as he grew on, is that his growth and understanding that he doesn't have to be classified as a second class character, or it's not as a second class individual in his family, that he means more than just a sacrifice for the family. Now, if you don't know, the Hyuga clan do have a hierarchy in the family: the firstborn and secondborn. The firstborn is taught all the main jutsus, and they are sought after as the prize of the clan. And the second is pretty much Neji's character, who is the sibling or cousin or brother of the firstborn, and they are branded with the curse seal on their head to protect and just eliminate any risks that come to the firstborn. And if they do die, that seal banishes the Bakugan and any secrets from the family. And that's really crazy. I mean, that was one of the most drastic things that we heard early on in the series. And so that was one of my favorite kind of character building qualities of Neji, is his growth from understanding that. Now, kind of tying into the whole family curse seal, that's actually one of my first things I want to tie in, is just the scene when him and Naruto were conversing and Neji just breaking down why he felt this way and what's it mean, and why he kind of has animosity toward Hinata and the whole family as a whole. So check this out.
The curse mark is the symbol of a bird locked in its cage. It's the mark of those who are bound to a destiny they cannot escape.
You think you've got troubles? I've got news for you, Neji. You're not the only special one around here. Did you ever think that Hinata might be suffering as much as you are? Now,
one of my favorite things about the Hyuga clan, aside from them being just dope taijutsu users, is that they have the Bakugan. Now, that is the sight jutsu similar to the Sharingan, but it's allowing them to have 360-degree vision everywhere, except for the one spot behind their neck. And they've actually developed jutsus to counteract that weakness, and it's the 8-trigram, spin. It's just, you'll see it. I'll show the clip right now. So, I mean, as y'all guys see, the 8-trigram jutsu move where they just spinning crazy is amazing. Now, the cool thing about this is that, like I said earlier, the firstborn of the clan is the one that's only taught that. But Neji, being the genius that he is, visually taught himself that just by looking. And that made him even more of a kind of standout outcast in his clan, because he wasn't supposed to know that move specifically, but he learned it just by watching them teach it to Hinata. So that was one of the coolest things, is just seeing him use that throughout the series, just fighting on early on in the series and just kind of developing it into his own jutsu. And as well as with the dope jutsus that Neji can use, he has the ability to cut off the chakra points. With the Bakugan, he can see your chakra lines and strands and cut them off with his hands. He just do, and it's really just dope, just cutting off the chakra. And at that point, you're no good. I mean, if your chakra's cut off, you can't do any jutsus, none of this, none of this, none of that. You can't fight, you're done. So that's one of the coolest things that Neji can do, is just use the Bakugan to its fullest potential. Now, one of my favorite scenes for Neji was when he was actually using the 8-trigram jutsu, when he was fighting the spider character guy. I don't really remember his name. I think he was not Kimimaru, he had the bones. But it was that other character that had the curse seal mark that Orochimaru made, that had the spider abilities. Just check out the scene, man. This was a crazy scene that Neji was really using his abilities. Check it out. Now, if you up to date with the series, you know that one of the most saddest and just crazy moments, in my opinion, up to the series, is when Neji passed away. Neji died during the 4th Great Shinobi War, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't really get attached and sentimental to these shows, but that episode literally almost brought a tear to my eye. Like, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I mean, when he died on Naruto's shoulder, I mean, it was tough, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was tough. Like, that's the kind of feeling that you want to get from an anime, where you're that invested in the characters. And his death came at such a crazy point in the show. I mean, when all of the Shinobis were just getting in action, they were coming together and making it happen in the Allied forces, and Neji just got struck down, and amongst other Shinobis in the village that were important. But his death was just so crazy because he was a friend, and he was the only one out of Naruto's class to have died. And you could see it really affected Naruto, especially Hinata. So it was just something crazy to see that Neji was the one that got chose to die, man. I mean, but I think his death showed his growth throughout the series, that he was willing to sacrifice himself, not because it was his job, but sacrifice himself because he had love for his friends and his comrades. And that was in essence the main thing that Naruto was trying to teach him throughout the series, was that, listen, man, you're not a sacrificial lamb. You have a purpose in life, and it's not just to be the protector of the first generation born. And that was really dope to see that Neji finally got that throughout the series, man. So that was such a crazy part of the show, just seeing that Neji was the one to get struck down, man. That was, man, RIP to my nigga Neji, man. Woo, Bakugan forever. So pretty much, guys, as you see, this is a little bit different from my previous ones. I was more so just rambling about how cool Neji was and just his growth as a character. Naruto is a great series, man. It just shows the development and growth and just the greatness that this series has to give these characters great attributes and understand themselves throughout the series. And again, unfortunately, when he passed away, man, that hit me right here, man. That hit me right here. But it was great to see his character grow again. And this is one of my favorite kind of in-depth characters throughout the show, attached kind of to Itachi, just their underlying emotions and just character growth and attributes throughout the show. So you guys down low, let me know below what you think of this review, kind of thoughts and my favorite Neji moments and just thoughts about Neji in whole. So let me know again, and we'll continue these episodes as we go. Showdawee TV.